Hello, it's Paul VR, welcome to my channel and let's do freshest PSVR news in the village. We've got some new games announcements but also shit tons of PSVR news. Before I start, make sure you follow me on Twitter because that's where the giveaway is gonna be all the time now from now on. So if you want to win some games, which I've got plenty to give away, then make sure you follow me on Twitter at PolishPolVR. Okay, let's do the news and we're gonna start from new game announcements, which is TAURUS VR. And this game going to be published by Perp Games. You probably noticed I'm talking a lot about Perp Games on this channel because they publishing a lot of PSVR games on disc. They keep getting bigger and bigger, getting their portfolio nicer and sexier. So what's happening with TAURUS VR is that they're gonna be digitally publishing it as well, so that's they still expanding. Now this gonna come to PC first and it will be releasing as early access next year, but also after they release early access version, after they stop doing early access and become full-fledged game, then they start gonna working on PSVR port, so it should be around summer next year. Now in this game you control your spaceship with your body. How does it work? I don't know yet, but I'm gonna try to check it out and do some gameplay videos. But also you shooting with your arms, so you become the spaceship. You and that ship of the space, you are together. One mind, one blaster. Now this game is inspired heavily by good old-fashioned classics like Galaga and stuff like that. So for all of you nostalgia nerds who want to experience some kind of nostalgic vibes in virtual reality, this is the one to look out for, so that's the new game. Okay, next story. We're gonna talk a bit about End of the Beginning. Now, I've been speaking about this game a lot. Some of you might even think it's not gonna happen or it's just like vaporware. But no, because they published a new trailer and they announced that the game will be coming in 2020, which is super delayed already because I think the original plan was 2018 or something like that. But anyway, there will be early access version first in spring, so that's for PC, and then once they exit early access, that's probably when you're gonna see PSVR port, and I'm wondering if it's gonna be on PS5 when it comes to virtual reality. Maybe not, maybe I'm just wrong, that's what I'm just speculating, but it looks like they got it optimized nicely already because this game going to be running on Switch as well, so all of the Switch people, be happy. But saying that, now if it runs on Switch, then I don't see the reason why wouldn't it run on Quest as well in VR. Speaking about VR version, it's gonna be same game as what you got flat, but of course the graphics will be bit toned down, so geometry will be lower, the textures and the post effects, but all the core gameplay will be in VR as same as it is in flat game. Now the trailer what you're seeing, I'm assuming it's done on PC or on Hyundai and PC, but I saw some VR gameplay and it looks quite promising, so I'll be looking forward to End of the Beginning and see what's gonna come out of it. Okay, next story and budget cuts. I've been asked about this game a lot. Where is it? What's happening? Now, original announcement was that this game will be coming out in spring 2019, and as we know, it's nearly end of the year, the winter is blasting, and the budget cuts are nowhere to be seen. So what's happened is the developers had to postpone PSVR release a bit, and they said the game will be coming now in Q1 2020, so next year between January and March. But they said, don't worry, calm down, because the game is nearly finished, they just needing just a bit more time and then it should be ready. They just released as well budget cuts too for PC, so I wonder if that slowed them down a bit. But anyway, it's just around the corner, we just have to wait a bit longer. I got used to games getting delayed for PSVR. There's always some issues when they go through the Sony's QA and stuff like that. They always got some more work to do. So can't blame them, but also I'm looking out for budget cuts because it looks like a fun game. Okay, next story, and we're gonna speak a bit about Solaris from First Contact Entertainment, the developers of Firewall. Speaking about Firewall, I will come back to this game in this video as well towards the end because I've got some info about that as well. But anyway, about Solaris. So if you're following Perp Games and their advert calendar on their YouTube, what they doing, they releasing each day new video, and the turn of today's host was First Contact Entertainment, and what they've been talking about is Solaris. They told us stuff what we already know, that it's gonna be, you know, competitive shooter. It kind of reminds me like your Quake Arena and Unreal Tournament, but they set you like in this virtual reality space and all the walls like making digital animations if you like shoot them and shit, so it's all done like a game within a game, shall I say. But anyway, what also they showed is that the game will support aim controller because they showed some of PSVR people playing it. So I assumed it's gonna support it anyway, but now it's confirmed, so that's nice to hear. Another aim controller game, and it's a shooter from First Contact Entertainment, which of course done Firewall, so I don't think we're gonna go wrong with that one. Plus they said this time the game will launch with dedicated servers. So people are not gonna have to moan and be upset about the fact that sometimes in Firewall matchmaking was shitty. Even though it's improved a lot, I'm hearing I'm not really playing Firewall, but tons of people enjoys it, and it's one of those games that really got long legs and long life on PlayStation VR. All other multiplayer shooters getting forgot about, but Firewall, everyone playing it and everyone still loving it. So they definitely did something right, so let's hope they're gonna do something even more right with Solaris. Okay, next story. In the background is playing latest trailer for World. The developers sent it to me and said, oh, do you mind showing it to your subscribers? I said, not a problem. I actually had this trailer before it was officially released, but sadly I didn't have time to do the video. But anyway, it's placed for you now. And as always, looks nice. Now what's happening with it next is that they're gonna have beta 2, and this beta 2 will be on Oculus Rift. As we know, first beta was on Quest, second one is on Rift. They didn't spoke about PSVR, but as PSVR will be supported as well, I'm wondering, is third beta going to be on PlayStation VR? Might be, who knows. But World, with what they showed us so far, looks very promising. The tracks looks very nice. I like they've got like tons of elevations, tons of vertical loops. The tracks are wide and long and just looks great. They already spoken about the fact that they will support multiple controllers and there will be tons of control options. So for all of you with steering wheels who wants to use them and can't use them enough because there's not that many racing games on PSVR, they already confirmed that this game will be supporting steering wheel as well. And I like what they're doing. I like the fact that they're having so many betas, because the more people play, the more feedback the developers will get and the better game they make, and also it will release with less bugs and issues, which is something what sometimes can annoy me when new game releases and the developers gathering feedback from people who paid for it, and then it's getting updates and then people have to wait, update it and shit. When they're doing betas, at least they've got that feedback ready for them and then the game releases in more solid state. Okay, next story. Now in the background playing for you is the latest release trailer from Bigscreen VR. It just shows you about this new feature what they've got, which basically is your cinema in virtual reality. So that's what is gonna happen. You're gonna be able to enter it, and what you're doing, you purchasing a ticket. You're paying $4 or $5. I think it depends if you want to see it 2D or in 3D, because it will support 3D movies as well. And then you can go to cinema by yourself if you want, but also you can do it with your friends. And together you're sitting in this big screen and watching a movie, and I think it's an amazing idea and definitely a feature I want to check out. And also what's cool about it is they're gonna add 5 new movies each week, so basically 1 week they're gonna have 5 movies. When the week ends on Friday, the 5 movies will be gone, but then new 5 movies will be released. Now Bigscreen is free to download, but it's nice to see that they partnered with big company to have some movies in their application. Now they only partnered with Paramount so far, but apparently some others big studios are interested and they might be jumping on board. Of course, Bigscreen VR will be coming to PlayStation VR, meant to come at the end of this year, but sadly it didn't happen. But the developer said don't worry, because it's gonna be coming at the beginning of 2020, so I cannot wait. Bigscreen looks something like we need on PlayStation VR. It's such a great application, not only for movies, but only for watching your own stuff. I'm assuming you'll be able to watch your DVDs and shit on it as well, so that's happy times. Plus there's tons of social features, you can create your rooms and stuff, so definitely yeah, I cannot wait. Okay, next story. Time to talk a bit about Mini Motor Racing X, a latest racing game for PlayStation VR. I lately reviewed it, I told my issues in the review, and Binary Mill, as always, they've been on it straight away. I think they've been watching everyone's gameplays and reviews and they patched shit out of this game, so all the issues are pretty much addressed. You can set the speed now so you can race faster, but also you can set the chase cam, not just the sitting on top of car cam. Also they updated a bit the bumper ball mode, which means you can have X-ray camera now so you can see the ball all the time. And all the issues that people was complaining about, they pretty much address them straight away. So if you not bought it yet, if you buy it now, then you definitely gonna have better version than what I played. And what I played, it wasn't too bad, but the game is still too grindy to me. But if you want just to play in multiplayer or co-op, that might be your jam, you might enjoy it. They also address the issues with the holding controllers and stuff like that. So it's all nice and polished experience, and I wanted to put it out there because I've done review, but because they released 3 patches already since, it must to be known and it must to be addressed by me, just to let people know what's happening with the game. And what's happening is that the good stuff is happening. Okay, next story. Time to speak a bit about No Man's Sky VR. PlayStation blog had their PlayStation Blog Awards, which was mainly dominated by Death Stranding, which is not surprising at all. But also No Man's Sky Beyond got some nice rewards and winnings as well. So what they won is Best PSVR Game, and we've had quite few good games this year. I know the end of this year we don't have any big hits, but it was good start and good summer, and that with your Everybody's Golf, Blood and Truth, we've had Saliento, Golem and No Man's Sky of course. So not too bad. Sadly they didn't deliver it at the end of the year. I think Iron Man was their holiday game and then it's kind of got delayed. But anyway, apart from winning Best PSVR Game, No Man's Sky also won Best Ongoing Game, and that's not surprising as well. They keep updating it, like this latest update when you can create your own music, so congratulations to the team. And of course, keep enjoying the game because it's awesome. Okay, and now next story, and coming back to Firewall. I said I'd be speaking about it a bit in this video, so now it's the time. What's happening is, this game is great, you can play it with aim or DualShock, but also, out of everything, 3D RUDDER people announced that Firewall will support 3D RUDDER as well, which is very baffling because I don't know how that's gonna work, if it's gonna make you more competitive or not, I have no idea. And controller and DualShock of course got thumbsticks, so I don't know what RUDDER is needed for. But if you own 3D RUDDER and you want different ways to try it with, then Firewall will be here for you. Okay, and another story is last Labyrinth demo finally came out in Europe other day. If you didn't try the game yet, at least you can try the free demo. Go to your game store, click on the game and then just press try free demo. It's not often happens that we get in demo for PlayStation VR games sadly, and I think all of them should have, because in virtual reality you cannot trust the trailer. Just look at Space Shuttle Commander or Warzone or something. We should be able to try the games, but as we know it's not happening. But at least you can try this last Labyrinth game and then you can judge for yourself if you want it or not. Okay, if you like what you see, then please press a like because it does helps the channel a lot, and if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.